You're going to lead me somewhere.
Me lead you? Lady, look at me. I don't even know where the hell I am half the time.
Grant from Screen Rant is like, come on, man. The rhyme alone is worth it.
It works. It works.
It really does. Almost to the point where it's like Screen Rant's not paying, another website is, but the rhyme scheme's not there. It might be worth staying. I don't know. You tell me.
For now, I've been here 4 years. I think it's working out for me. I think I'm going to stick with it.
Truly. I mean, look, there's only one place to go. We all need ambition, and that is Screen Grant. So you do your Screen Rant for a while. Then you do your offshoot website where you stick a G in for parentheses in the old title. You get into some lawsuit action. That ain't bad. Screen Grant becomes the fucking site of choice.
That might be the plan if I don't follow in your footsteps as a director, because that's also a goal.
Do that. Believe me, that's way better than running a website. I'll make movies.
Well, to talk about your movies, I mean, anybody who knows me knows I'm a huge fan of Dogma. I mean, the last time we talked, I wore the woman's body shirt. I'm
wearing my boys now.
I love it. And one of my first Blu-rays I made sure to track down was this bad boy.
Oh, shit.
The fact that it's getting a re-release makes me so excited. I'd love to hear from you, though. You've spent the better part of 20 years trying to get these rights back. There's obviously so many plans that you have now that you have them back. What was the first sort of plan, though, that you had in mind when you got the rights back?
When I was pursuing it myself, because about 5 years ago, I made a serious push to try to get the rights back. Wrote 3 letters to a convicted rapist and made 3 different offers, man, like $250,000, $500,000, and then collected some fucking, from people, because I ain't rich, so I had to call some rich people and shit, and then was able to call back and be like $1 million, and he wouldn't let it go. His lawyer kept saying no. I had heard at that point, after the $1 million offer, that you're not close, he wants $5 million. And it's like, I remember saying, I was like, look, if I had $5 million, I'd make a new ass movie. Fuck buying an old movie and shit, as much as I love it. So it was dead at that point. Alessandra Williams saw me talking about how I tried to get it back and shit. And she had grown up watching it. She's from my neck of the woods. I went to Henrietta Regional. She went to Middletown North, both a few miles within one another. And she's younger than me and stuff, but she grew up watching the movie. When she was 10, she saw it and she was like, I thought it was funny, but I didn't understand it. So I kept watching it. So she saw me talking about it and she goes, oh, people should see that movie. It was really good. And she got involved. She went and raised money and fucking luck and timing has a lot to do with it. She approached Harvey Weinstein via his lawyer when he needed money. I guess he's gone back into court, so he needed more fucking legal funds. So she bought a tranche of movies from him. Dogma was one of them. There were some karate movies in there. Fahrenheit 9/11, Michael Moore's movie was in there. And Kids, Larry Clark's first movie. So she sold them off and then kept Dogma, and she was like, what would you do with it? And I was like, my dream was always to take it out on tour. I was like, I'm a limited dreamer. So I've been taking movies out on tour for the last few years. Jay and Silent Bob Reboot was a fantastic 65-city tour for us. Clerks 3 was a 50-city tour. I was like, the model is basically I overcharge people to see old movies I made that they like, and it seems to work out. And she goes, would you put it in regular theaters, just re-release it? And I was like, I don't think anybody's interested in that sort of shit. And I was fucking wrong. And that's how she's a magical manifester, this Alessandra, because we're coming out on June 5th on 1,500, 2,000 screens across a bunch of different theaters, not just AMC. There's a bunch in there. So she had a vision for it that I never had, man. My vision was I'm going to tour this movie the way I tour the other things and whatnot. But she was from the jump, she was like, would you ever think about doing a sequel? And I was like, are you kidding me? Fuck yeah. Years ago when I first made Dogma, I never had a sequel in mind. Back then I was like, hey man, I got more ideas than I can fucking get to in a lifetime. Clerks 3 now on home video. So now in a world where I'm open to sequels and shit, and she's got the one back, that I've never really fucked with. And, perhaps a bunch of people in the audience are like, yes, and there's a good reason you shouldn't do that. But now I do. And so I do want to assure those cats who love Dogma and they're like, oh, he's going to fucking ruin it. And I saw Clerks 3, fuck him. I would never I can't afford to ruin a Dogma spinoff. Too many people fucking love this movie. So I can't make that same movie again because I don't have the same faith. They say in the movie, I don't believe like that anymore. I have some pretty good ideas. But what it lacks in the faith that powered that first one, I know where it is now because I've been writing it. It makes up for in pure cleverness. Like when you see the movie, you'll be like, of course that's the Dogma sequel. That makes a lot of sense. So I'm having a blast right now. So now the tour has been more helpful than me just sitting in the back and victory lapping it. I've been sitting in the back listening, going like, all right, there's a joke that could carry over. All right, there's some ties I could make. Oh, there's a thing I could pay off in the next movie. So it's been helpful as well.
Well, I love hearing that you are working on that sequel, and I love that, you know, this one's coming back in theaters, and can't wait to see what you do with a home release as well. I know you were cooking.
Oh, it's gonna be. There's gonna be a fat fucking steelbook, man. We're going with a company that believes in physical media still. So yes, we will be able to own a physical copy. Finally, something to replace that Blu-ray, which was a beautiful Blu-ray, and how I watched Dogma for 10 years. Somebody copied that and put it up on YouTube. So anytime I wanted to watch it, I'd watch that 4K version on YouTube. But we'll have a new version, man.
I love it. I can't wait. But in the meantime, I'm going to get that word out for this one so that we get you that interest for that sequel. So Kevin, always good talking with you, man. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Means the world, Grant. Thanks for giving me the time.
You know, Christ told me the secret to the resurrection once. We were at this wedding in Cana, right? And I got drunk and forgot it.